What's up, everybody? It's Paul with the 95 TA that we're doing the restoration project on. Got a simple do-yourself project that I think a lot of these cars do need, and I haven't seen any real videos of them on YouTube, so thought I'd walk you through it. So we're gonna do the side mirror replacements to replace these old pieces that, over time, as you can see, they're just dirty. They're not recoverable. I've tried polishing it and it wasn't polishing them. There's some splits in the actual reflective piece, whatever you call it, part of the mirror. But so we're gonna replace that, and you can get those on Hawk's 3rd Gen from a brand called Burco. They just send you the lens, and then they send you the pads, the adhesive pads, to install them onto the actual mirror assembly itself. Because the big thing you want to do is you got to pry the glass out of there, and the instructions already tell you to be careful, wear some cut resistant gloves, that way you don't cut yourself. But for the most part, this is a simple assembly to pull out. I'm surprised it didn't break after 31 years. It's just 2 plastic barbs that plug into the actual mirror cap assembly. So you just pull this off, and then you can work around that from there. Here's the mirror that actually goes on the car. As you can see, it's got tons of dirt and debris in there, and we're going to clean that up. So I'll walk you through. It looks like 3 Phillips screws that can just be pulled out, so that we can just clean it up, check the assembly. If we need to put some little bit of grease in the mechanism that moves it, then we'll do that, and then we'll clean up all this as well, and then we'll install it on the car. I'm not too worried about taking care of the paint on it, just because eventually I'd like to get this car reshot. So as long as I can get that glass replaced, we're good. But should be a simple, quick install, and we'll go from there. Don't mind me sweating. It's, what is it, 106 degrees at 7:03 p.m. here in Arizona. So don't be surprised if you see me working in the house with this. But I appreciate you guys watching, and let's work through this. Alright, so we're going to work on breaking down the mirror assembly so we can clean on the inside of it, because as you can see, it's just caked with dirt, dust, debris. There's 1, 2, 3 screws for that assembly, and there's 1, 2, 3 there. So we'll go ahead and pull that apart, and then we'll spray it down with water and some all-purpose cleaner and go from there. Alright, so 2 pieces are taken apart. The harness goes through this little grommet piece, and then you pull it out. You can see hard plastic. It's actually in good shape. It's not broken or anything. And this is the actual assembly that the mirror rests in. So these are the 2 little control areas that adjust the mirror up, down, left, and right. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean this up. I want to put some grease in here. Probably wait on the grease until I actually get the mirrors swapped, but we'll go ahead and start cleaning that up. But from there, you can see how dirty that is, and now you can clean out the dirt and dust and debris. So I'm pretty sure this has never ever been cleaned like this before, so don't be surprised if there's mud. I'll just spray everything down and get yourself a nice little detail brush. And this give you all some ASMR action. We'll keep up all this stuff, because I don't think there's a lot of, definitely haven't seen any videos like this on YouTube where people are going to the depth of cleaning this like this and refurbishing some of these components. So I'm not too worried about the paint. It's a little rough to begin with. I can feel the grittiness on the exterior, just because it's just been caked in the sun. But eventually I'll get the car cleaned up and repainted in. Alright, got everything cleaned up a little bit better than it was. This is a little foam, so it's going to be a little bit wet, but it's not terrible. So this is the mount that'll go to the back of the mirror assembly. And then here's the mirror assembly control module. Like I said, once I get time to put the mirror back in, we're going to put some grease in here, kind of protect the plastic and help it move a little bit easier without getting caught. Cleaned up the harness. It's not pretty, but it's better than it was. So. Alright, so first we'll move with the control module. Feed your wire in there. Screws are a little rusty. I'm not too worried about it. If you wanted to go crazy, you could use some vinegar, and that'll clean up all the rest that if you wanted to be show car quality. But because most of this stuff is going to be hitting anyways, I'm not too terribly worried about it. But mind you, again, these are all Phillips screws. Also, these are all plastic assemblies too, so just be mindful you don't need to over torque them. So this is kind of going to be the pain in the butt one, because you got to get the plug back into there. I'm trying to remember which way this went. Alright, so like that. So squeeze it through the butt, pretty much. It's just a thick foam rubber piece, so not too much to worry about. So we got two different styles of screws. The long one's going to go into the actual assembly up here, so that one goes hidden in there. I'm going to kind of leave that a little bit loose so I can line these two shorter ones up to go on the bottom. Big thing here is now trying to align it. Alright, there we go. Sorry if my hat got in the way right there. I was trying to figure out what it was doing, but these little screws draw it in. That's why it seemed a little tight earlier when you were trying to take it apart. So that's a big deal to go to the car. These are actually the nuts that support it in the car to the door. This is mounted, and you can't mess it up because there's only a specific way that you can do it. So 2 screws, that one, it's automatically gonna be lined up. Same with this one. You got this one up here, you get these 2 right here. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna work on separating the glass from the assembly, replacing it, and then putting it back on here. Alright, so here's the part that probably going to be the most difficult of them all. It's taking this mirror piece out of this assembly. There's a couple areas right here. It looks like you can kind of push it, but it's definitely one of those things though. Please be smart about this. Wear some gloves. This is my warning to you. Don't cut yourself, guys. Wear gloves, because you don't know if this is going to shatter into a million pieces. So please be careful. Please be leery of that. You should wear gloves. Looks like we may have an edge to peel right here. I've got a plastic pry tool and a Phillips screwdriver, so we're going to start with that. But give me a second, I'll put on my gloves. So I'm going to try something. Just pause it real quick so I could try to go ahead and grab it. But I want to try to peel this corner up a little bit and spray some Goo Gone in here. And we'll let that ferment for a little while. Alright, well that sucked. Still ended up breaking the glass. So it was just a matter of, I guess, working it off in shards, and then I was trying to vacuum it as I broke it too, and then there's a couple pieces of adhesive that were here too, so I had to Goo Gone that and get rid of those as well. So I got them worked out as best I can. So now what I want to do, this is some car wash with some water. I'm gonna kind of get some of the oils off of here from the Goo Gone. Some of this glue here is just permanent fixture of this now. It's just hard, and took a little razor to get what I can off of it, but did the best I could. So that's all I can do. So now you get these little adhesive pads that come with the the Burko kit to replace your mirrors. So now that we've cleaned this, we'll go ahead and apply these. And do one right there. Put one up here, and then I've got one. I'll give you one more set. So I'm gonna try to get as much as I can on there. And then, yes, one right here. So now, you want to take the little covers off. Oh, another thing, because I wasn't paying attention, broke those little tabs off, so I'm gonna have to get some CA glue and glue them back together, because I got lucky trying to find these lenses. I don't think I'm gonna get lucky trying to find this assembly in one piece, so we'll do it the best we can and get it all squared away. So now, take our mirror. Squeeze it into place. Alright, so now we've got our mirror in here. Yeah, reinstall, press back into place, and that's about as simple as it gets. Realistically, the hardest part is just taking the old glass out and make sure you don't make a mess and shooting shards in your eye. But be sure to just keep a plastic bag on you so you can put all that broken glass in there, and then have a vacuum if you need to get all the small shards. Please be safe. Wear safety glasses, closed-toed shoes, stuff like that. Do that at your own risk, because you don't want to get hurt from glass shards everywhere. But anyways, if you got any questions on this, let me know. Pretty simple install, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys' cars are starting to get that fogginess in their glass. So later on, once I get an opportunity to, I'll put this back in the car. I'm not too worried about putting it in the car right now, just because I walk back and forth and I don't want to bump it off and damage the assembly anymore. So alright, so we got the mirror done. That's a mission accomplished. A little bit more pain in the butt than it really should be, just because trying to pull that glass off is not fun. just please use an abundance of caution when you're doing that. You don't want any glass in your eye. You don't want glass cutting you or anything like that. So heed the message. Do the work at your own risk. Like I said, I'm not going to put the mirror assembly on just yet, just because this is a walkway. I'm limited on space and what I can do, and I don't want to have something gets damaged just in passing. So maybe one of these days when I hit the lottery and can actually have a shop, that'd be nice. But if you got any questions, again, please let me know. Definitely answer it for you. Again, I got this on Hawks 3rd Gen. It was probably like $30 shipped, somewhere around there. I'll put all the information there. I'll link it all down in the description below. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Definitely trying to build this momentum again. Still appreciate all you guys' feedback and watching my videos, liking and subscribing. Share to your friends, stuff like that too. So y'all have a good night, and we'll be back for the next install, whatever I get to. So appreciate it, everybody. Take it easy.